Hey, Modern Drummer readers. Here we are at the Katsaya Center in Miami. I'm Tony Escapa, play drums with Ricky Martin, and I would just want to give you a rundown of my kit on this tour, which I think is pretty cool. Let's check it out. Let's start with the drums. For this tour, I have the design series from DW. They're acrylics and basically 10 by 8, 12 by 9, 14 by 12, 16 by 14, and 18 by 16, if I'm not mistaken. 22 by 18 kick drum. And I have a double edge snare drum. This is actually a collector's, a maple center, double edge. I have another killer snare drum here. I don't remember the type of snare drum. I think it's a steel and brass shell. All I know is that Josh Freese from the Foo Fighters is using this and it's killer. So these drums don't come with these hoops. These are true hoops. I love the true hoops from DW. They're like a good balance of the old school die cast and the triple flange. So they all have new true hoops. What else? I have some claws also from the collectors on the bass drum, which don't really come with the design series, but you know, I just decided to do a little bit of a change. Drum heads, let's get into drum heads. So I use the ebony emperors on top, ebony ambassador on the bottom. I use either, on the snare drum, I either use an Ambassador X or an X14. And I also have the CS dot on the extra auxiliary snare drum. Bass drum, I have the PS3 ebony as well, just to keep it all, you know, same color. I have Paiste cymbals, and I have a combination of colors here. I actually love everything that Paiste has. They have a great variety of cymbals, and for any situation, I play a lot of different styles, rock, jazz, you know, studio, creative stuff. They're super consistent, and that's, to me, what's most important, especially when I'm, you know, going around and not really have a lot of time to be picking out cymbals. So I love the consistency that Paiste has. And just to take you through, I have some prototypes. This is a prototype, a 14-inch China signature prototype. It's amazing. I like the quick Chinas for some accents. Here I have, just to stay on the Chinas, it's a 16 signature prototype. And these are super cool for quick accents. I have some splashes here too. 8-inch Paiste signature splash. Beautiful cymbal, beautiful, crisp, beautiful splash for quick accents. You know, reminds me a lot of Stuart Copeland and Vinny. Anyway, and I have here a 10-inch splash, signature as well. As far as the rest of the cymbals, these are the 602 Classics. They're super, you know, crisp, clear, and just pristine, and they also have a lot of volume, you know, and I really like these cymbals. Bill Bruford used to use these a lot back in the day. A lot of other legendary drummers used to use the 602 Classics. I think Vinny as well. Anyway, I have a 22-inch medium ride. This is a 19 thin crash right here. I have a 18 thin crash. I have a 20 paper thin crash. This is the PSTX effect cymbal, a 20-inch. This is a great cymbal to make a lot of noise with. I have the PSTX hi-hats, 14-inch. I have a quick, I think these are 8 prototypes hi-hats. These are super awesome. I hope that one day you can get them because these are super happening. Micro hi-hat, 8-inch. And my hi-hat is a 15-inch medium hats, 602. I love to have the ride and the hi-hat to be the same model cymbal. Everything else I could switch around, but usually I always want to have the same ride and hi-hats. Cowbells, I have some LP cowbells. This is the Raul Pineda signature cowbell. This is just a regular downtown timbale cowbell here on my left that I also use. I combine a lot of Latin stuff with the drums, like a lot of greats, like Walfredo, El Negro, Alex, and all the guys that are legendary. You know, we bring a lot of our heritage and culture into the music and what we do. So that's why I have a combination of bells and we play, especially with this gig, there's a lot of Latin stuff that's happening and, you know, it calls for that. I have some Earthworks mics, DM20s, where I mount the microphones. It's actually a DW thing that I love because I hate to have a lot of stands on stage that are not from the drums. I actually mount the microphone right off the tom stand. And it's really, really cool, makes it clean and easy to set up. And you have the mic right there and you have a very clean area. I have some CTM, CT300, my in-ears customs, they're awesome. I use these. I use the 400 too, 4 drivers, the 500, and I'm about to get to the Da Vinci pretty soon. I use Vader drumsticks. These are my babies. These are some signature sticks that I use, but I did some funky logo here. But these are basically the H220s. So go get them. Vader H220. Electronics, I have the Yamaha DTX Multi 12 pad. I have some sound sampled into here. And as far as my audio, I have this thing here called the Clang controller. And I have a separate mix of everything. We're talking about drum stereo mix, band stereo mix. I have brass, you know, click, vocals, keyboards on their own. I have a lot of, you know, things that are all detailed and I'm able to hear pristine, you know, on the show, and it really makes me feel comfortable, you know, playing. I have the snare weight little muffler here in this drum. This is like the rock snare drum. This is great, the M1. I love this. And I have another little thingy back here that is about to roll out, I guess. Oh, the DW phone. Can't leave home without that. I leave my phone there all the time, and I can get calls while I'm playing on the show. Actually, no, I'm kidding. Anyway, this is really cool. It's like a, you know, a lot of drummers put cotton balls in the floor toms to lower the resonance, but that's like something that helps. The same way, kind of touches the bottom head and it helps with the resonance of the bottom head. It also gives it a little bit more attack. DW pedals, 9,000. I don't know. I think there's too much stuff. Maybe I should get rid of stuff. Anyway, I hope that works. Thank you guys. Thank you, Remo, DW, Vader, Paiste, Snare Weight, you know, everybody that supports me, Clear 2 Monitors. I really appreciate it. This is really important that I get support from you guys because that's how we can make this happen. LP, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Man, you know, I cannot stress enough the importance of Modern Drummer magazine, you know, for a lot of us drummers. For me, it's been the main source of, you know, information throughout my whole career. I've always, you know, thought that Modern Drummer was like the most important magazine for drummers because we get insight of what's happening. We get a lot of great information, musical, you know, noting and stuff for drummers to check out from a lot of great drummers. So I grew up basically, you know, reading Modern Drummer. I still have a lot of the magazines at home, actually. And, you know, I'm just really proud to say thank you to Modern Drummer anytime that I get asked to be a part of the magazine. It's an honor knowing all the great legends that are part of the history of Modern Drummer. So I really want to thank you guys for the opportunity. And it means a lot that you guys keep doing this kind of stuff for later generations to always stay involved in drumming, you know. So your input is extremely important, and I thank you for that, because it was important to me, and I'm sure it's going to be to a lot of younger guys coming up. So thank you for what you do, man. Thank you.